What's going on, everybody? I guess we'll get right in it. As soon as I got here in the castle courtyard from Redcliffe Village, I saw that it was already going down. Apparently the Darkspawn are invading here. It brought up an interesting point with me. With all of our allies at our disposal, why would they pick here to try to invade? I mean, I guess they can sense the Wardens here, right? Just as well as we can sense them, so they would know that we're here and that we're the real threat to them, I guess. But, you also have Alistair here, and this is also the center of our power, of our forces. This is where everything's gathering to make our march, to battle tomorrow. So I guess that makes sense, but they instinctively knew this. And, it got me to thinking is, when it comes back to Loghain, who's gone now, thank goodness, but when he was here, of all the allies at our disposal, the ones he had to interfere with were Arl Eamon with his knights, and the Circle Tower with the mages and the Templars. And these are, key players in the Dragon Age story in basically every installment of the game, as far as that goes. But he had to make sure that the Circle Tower was completely disrupted, hopefully overthrown. That's why he got in league with Uldred, that we find out, that Uldred actually attacked on Loghain's signal, believe it or not. But then he had to poison the Arl here, right, to get Arl Eamon and his army and his knights, right, who also have their own version of a holy calling. They're not exactly Templars, but they're not serving the Chantry, looking over the circle. At the same point, they're soldiers of kind of a different breed. Anyway, Loghain had to disrupt that, so he sends this Blood Mage. Well, that puts a really dark shadow over the Arl's wife here, because two things happen. Not only was she must have been in league with Loghain to some extent, right? Being an Orlesian, which is very strange, right? So Loghain, not only was he not himself in any way, shape, or form, but you talk about a complete 180, him dealing with an Orlesian bitch in the first place. But he assigns this mage here, right, to not only poison the Arl, but then this bitch sends out all the knights. Don't fight the Blight or defend the village. No, send these knights out on this errand to fix something that you caused in the first place. And it kind of throws all that in a whole different light. Although it's hard to prove a lot of that.
You're here, thank goodness. Some did, yes, but we were able to close the gates and kill the ones in the courtyard. I was told to watch for your arrival, Warden. Your comrade Riordan arrived just ahead of the Darkspawn attack. He has urgent news for you. I should take you to the hall right away, my lady. They'll be waiting for you there.
All right, let's get the order of business.
It's a relief to see you unharmed. And you as well, Alistair. Or should I say your majesty?
No, I wouldn't say that. Not yet, anyway.
The Darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
What? Are we sure about that? I mean, if that's true.
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain.
Word has been sent, but they need more than warning. They need our armies.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Make her preserve us. But we can't reach Denerim within 2 days, can we? It's too far.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march, and hope the army we've collected here gives us the chance we need. Arl Eamon, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak.
Then let's get them ready. I won't let all those people die without giving them a chance.
That's a king talking, right?
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
That would be appreciated.
Then if you and Alistair could meet me before you retire, we have Grey Warden business to discuss.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Claret sent their men or haven't they?
They're stalling, which is as good as a no.
House Claret's feud with House Romald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for self-defense.
Huh. Fine time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. I didn't realize you were still up and about. Right. Off to camp with both of you, and keep the drunkenness to a minimum. We have a long way to go yet. Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good fortune on the field of battle.
Alright. Is it time to say goodbyes? I don't know, I think I'll go talk to a few followers, maybe pet my dog, you know. Old Bob Snarly. Gonna miss you, buddy. Little dude.
Things are coming to a head fairly quickly, aren't they? Are you ready? The last Grey Wardens in Ferelden. So much is expected from you. It hardly seems fair, either to you or to Alistair. I look at you sometimes and you are so young. You face death every day. You know you are unlikely to live long. Does it frighten you? And you sacrifice that others may live. Yes, the first blight in 400 years, and here you are, the fulcrum on which it all turns. Whatever happens, you will become legend. And if we should prevail, even if you die, you will live on in the memories of those you sacrificed everything for.
Thanks, I guess, sort of.
Perhaps one day they will forget, but it will not erase what you did. Every new day that they see will be because of you, and nothing in this world will ever make that untrue. I see you've kept your sense of humor through all this. It will serve you well in the coming days.
Well, I gotta keep a sense of humor. Not listening to you, I'll have to, I don't know, go kill myself, but try not to feel bad about it, or something. Whatever your advice is supposed to make me feel better.
You realize that you've been smiling for hours now? Since the last time you and that girl shot glances at each other, in fact. I cannot imagine what you begin to see in her. I hope at least the dalliance is worthwhile.
You jealous, Morgan? Want some of this? Is that what you're saying? Oh, wow, that's actually an option. Okay.
Why, yes, that must be it. Green with envy, am I?
That's what I thought.
'Tis a bit sickening to watch you two, but I imagine it at least takes your mind from our situation. Have it your way.
Well, that's nice of you, Morgan. Thanks for that.
There you are. There you are. Let's go see what Warden has to say.
You're both here. Good. You're new to the Grey Wardens, and you may not have been told how an archdemon is slain. I need to know if that is so.
You mean there's more to it than just, say, chopping off its head?
So it is true. Duncan had not yet told you. I had simply assumed. Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn? That is exactly what it involves. The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead. A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Meaning... the Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon
dies.
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way. In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which amongst them would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer.
I agree with that.
But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does.
Well, I'm sure I'll sleep real well on that light little tidbit of information you just gave us. Appreciate that, bro. But honestly, you know, the parameters of exactly how you kill the Archdemon doesn't negate the fact that it's known by everybody that the Wardens are needed to kill the Archdemon.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I. I am well. 'Tis you who are in danger. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be. I offer a way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night.
Sounds
Perhaps,
sexy.
but that price need not be so unbearable, especially if there is much to be gained. All I ask is that you listen to what I have to offer, nothing more. What I propose is this. Convince Alistair to lay with me, here tonight. And from this ritual, a child shall be conceived within me. The child will bear the taint, and when the Archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The Archdemon is still destroyed, with no Grey Warden dying in the process. Not at all. It will become something different. A child born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish. A wise decision. I shall wait here then, while you go and speak with Alistair. I urge you to be convincing.
An uncorrupted old god. It's essentially... Well, I don't know exactly where she's headed with all that, what her agenda is, but that remains to be seen, right?
Morrigan outside your room earlier, and the look she gave me. Oh, that was icy even for her. Is something up?
You're clueless, bro. So, Alistair.
I guess whatever Morrigan had to say, it's big. This is what I get for becoming king. Everyone always brings you the bad news. So what is it then? Rats running amok? Cheese supplies run low? I can take it.
Yeah, something like that, you know.
Friends, I owe you everything. Even if you did go and make me king. Why? Why so ominous?
Well,
You mean with the Archdemon,
see,
right?
how do I put this?
If you mean running away, I can't do that, but you don't mean that, do you? What is this about?
Well,
this is payback, right, for all the jokes? But you're not joking. You're actually serious? Wow. Be killed by the Archdemon or sleep with Morrigan. How does someone make that kind of choice? You're not actually asking me this, are you?
It's not that hard of a choice, dude.
What kind of ritual is this, anyway?
Well?
What?
Well, you probably wouldn't know anything about this kind of ritual, would you?
I must be hearing things, but are you telling me to impregnate Morrigan in some kind of magical sex rite? This child, why would Morrigan want such a thing? Does she want an heir to the throne? Now, there's a conversation I'm looking forward to. Look, even if I was willing to do this, and I'm not saying
that makes two of us.
Do you really think this is a good idea? You're my friend, but we're talking about Morrigan. Trust you,
Yeah, well,
Very well.
Kind of wish I was in your shoes, bro.
I do trust you. Oh, where is she? Let's go and get this over with before I change my mind.
Oh yeah, don't put yourself out. Don't take one for the team. Once again, a hottie wants to jump all up on your lap, and you act like you have a problem with it.
This isn't a dream after all.
What is it to be, then? Has a decision been reached?
It's all business with Morrigan, isn't it?
I want to ask about this
Seriously.
child, the one you want.
Interesting. Honesty wouldn't have been my first choice.
I just want to be sure that you're not going to use this against Ferelden. That this bastard child of mine isn't going to show up some year.
Of that, you have my word.
Oh, why don't I feel any better about this? All right, let's just get this over with.
Let us go somewhere more private, Alistair, and believe me when I say you will not hate this.
Suffer through it, man.
As you believe.
Right? Seriously, man. Lucky bastard. Lucky bastard. Alright, well, even if it wasn't my character on the receiving end of all that Morrigan awesomeness.
All the forces we can.
This is actually kind of messed up. You see all the husbands leaving their wives and children again.
And so we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance. We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden. Let us pray that it will be enough.
We got this.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. The woman you see beside me is a dwarf, raised to the ranks of the Grey Wardens. This is not her home, and yet still she fights with honor and passion. She has survived despite the odds, and without her, none of us would be here. Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my brother, King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Ferelden, for the Grey Wardens!
Run, you bitches. Cowards. Alright, first things first is secure these gates. Forgive the frame rate at this point in the game. Hopefully it's not like this all the way through this last battle, but seems like I usually run into a little bit of an issue here. Starts to get a little laggy. Of course, it's trying to save all at the same time, too. Alright, now that decision I made with Morrigan, honestly, I don't know that it is something even I would do, not really knowing what's at stake there. Although it may not be a bad thing necessarily. I don't really know. I really still can't foresee the future. Not really sure how all that plays out and why exactly she wants to do all that. It's explored a little bit in Inquisition, but I still don't really have much of an answer for that. But mainly, I just had to do it just to know what would happen, if nothing else. I mean, I'm trying to follow the same decisions of the characters that I imported into Inquisition through the Keep, and so I'm staying true to my canon, I guess. At least as true as I can be. I believe this is pretty much identical to the main character that I imported as my Origins character through the Keep, so anyway. But you know, I don't know that it makes a difference. It seems like it's possible she gets that either way, one way or another. I mean, I don't know how it could really play out if you hadn't helped her do that. It's possible she'd have found some other means to do it or whatever.
Let's get started.
Now, one thing I'm pretty sure, if you are in a romance with Morrigan and you were the one yourself instead of using Alistair as a unwilling tool or whatever, but if Morrigan is your romance option, I think she will still leave either way or something, but the dialogue will be different in Inquisition. You can talk to her and she'll refer to, you know, the Warden, your character, as something other than, you know, just a friend in passing or whatever. But it's actually not really a husband, but something kind of along those lines. Alright, might as well sign these last points here. Just dump everything in the decks. And then, I don't even know, okay, stealing, it doesn't even matter, just points just going whatever. That's why I did the final build video earlier, is I was essentially done. You know, there really wasn't much else to get here. There's nothing here I'm going to use or really even need. Why not? I'm not even going to assign it to anything. Just whatever. Doesn't really matter. I guess I could have taken the last tier on the top level there of the dual-wielding tree. I think it makes some of your active abilities cost a little less stamina. But it's not an issue with me. My stamina's full before I ever get my one ability that I do use on cooldown, so it doesn't really matter.
You've managed to fight your way to the gates. We're doing better than I hoped.
That will change quickly.
Bloody nug runners are outnumbered 3-1.
What are we to do now, Riordan? You have a plan, I assume?
The army will not last long, so we need to move quickly to reach the Archdemon. I suggest taking Alistair and no more than 2 others with you into the city. Anyone you don't bring with you can remain here to prevent more Darkspawn from entering Denerim on our tails. We're going to need to reach a high point in the city. I'm thinking the top of Fort Draken might work.
The top of... You want to draw the dragon's attention?
We have little choice, though I warn you that as soon as we engage the beast, it will call all its generals to help it. I can sense 2 generals in Denerim. You may wish to seek them out before going to Fort Draken.
I am sure that if we did slay those generals, it would stop the Darkspawn in the city from doing a lot of harm.
It may also waste resources trying to find them. The decision is up to you. There are already several units of our allies within the city by now. They may be able to come to your assistance if you call them, but their strength will be limited. Now, who do you wish to take with you into the city?
Alright, and this will be the final squad, I guess you could say. And since Morrigan's actually still with me, for some reason I don't know why I was thinking she was going to leave. But I was prepared to do this with Leliana, but we'll go with the core group here. Having the 2 mages will help a little more, I think. Always nice to have them around.
Fair enough. Anyone else will need to remain here and assist in keeping more Darkspawn from coming in the gates behind us. Who will lead them?
Fine. Let's just move into the blasted main event already.
Good. That should be sufficient. Nothing you have done has prepared you for what you face now. May the Maker watch over you.
You mean it's really on this time?
So this is it then. All that we've been through has led up to this. Whatever happens now, to either of us, know that I am proud, infinitely proud, to have called you friend. Onward then, and may the Maker smile fortune upon us.
Well, this is it, Warden. When from the blood of battle the stone is fed, let the heroes prevail and the blighters lie dead. As one of the blighters, I sodding salute you. Let's show them our hearts, and then show them theirs.
I love that phrase. It's awesome.
So the archdemon is next, is it? Part of me is glad that it has decided to leave me here at the gate, but the other part is apprehensive. I would almost say that I feel concern for something other than myself, even maybe for a soft, squishy companion. But that would be silly, wouldn't it?
No, we can't have that, Shale. Of course not.
I know. Please do not tell anyone. I doubt I could blush, but it would be so awkward. And, do try not to get swallowed whole. If the beast were to fly about afterwards and poop it out, irony would dictate that it would land on me. I couldn't take it.
Wow.
Well then, I suppose this is it. Have fun storming the castle.
It's awesome. Oh, man. Little dude, man.
Are you ready? We have reached the battlefield at last. I have done nothing. You have carried us this far. Do not doubt that.
Heading off to slay dragons without me, Fine, fine. Say hello to the archdemon for me. He never writes anymore. It's rather distressing. And do watch your back. No getting eaten, unless you think it's really important, of course.
So we head into the city together, as it should be. Once this is done, no matter how it turns out, I will be gone. You are aware of this, yes? I do not think that would be wise. Allow me to say only one thing before we go. I knew nothing of friendship before we met, and I will always consider you such. Live well, my friend. Live gloriously. Now, let us see this finally done. The archdemon awaits.
I don't know why that was the most touching of all of them.
After the archdemon, I want to say something. I know Morrigan's... what she did is supposed to save us, but who knows if she can be trusted? Or if we'll even survive long enough to take that final blow. So I just want you to know, that it's been an honor fighting by your side. Let's find this archdemon then, and kick its ass.
So this is it? This is the end? We've come so far. It's strange knowing that all our fates will be decided in a matter of hours. I wish I could go with you. But I will be apart from you and in danger of losing you. If I could watch over you, I would feel more secure. But whatever happens, I will always treasure the time we shared. No Darkspawn, no Archdemon will ever take that from me. You are my Grey Warden and our savior. Win this war for us, my love. And come home.
And that was the point that Wynn finally got at the end, too. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll go ahead and wrap this up on the next one. Alright, if you want to subscribe, click that button over my head. While I watch the rest of this Let's Play, click the top box for a complete list of all my playlists. Hit the bottom box. Until then, y'all take care. Bye-bye.